right, so hi and hello from the Richland Hills Public Library. This is Miranda, the youth librarian. Obviously, we're doing things a little bit differently today due to the nature of this project, and also because my camera person is busy out front. So this is how we're doing things today. So for our project this time around, let's see, we've got Tolkien Reading Day on, I believe it is March 25th. And this is the day when all of those Lord of the Rings lovers out there go through their favorite Tolkien book and read to their heart's content. So I don't think you could read them all in one day, but you could try. I mean, you never know. So what we're going to be doing today is making these super cute, super simple origami rings in honor of Lord of the Rings. So I have my nifty, cool, shiny paper here. You do not have to have origami paper to do this project. It's just what I happen to have on hand. And plus, you know, the one ring is nice and super shiny gold. So I figured that would be fun. So that's what we're going to do. All right. For this project, all you need is some paper, a ruler, a pencil, some scissors, and some tape, which is off screen because it's like a massive tape dispenser. And then you come out with a ring that looks similar to this one. So let's see. You know what? I'm going to leave that on while I do my demonstration. All right. So for your piece of paper, you actually do not need the whole piece of paper. So what you need is about 4 inches by 1 inch. So we're just going to do some really quick measuring here. It doesn't have to be perfect. And actually what I discovered was for my ring finger size, I really only needed about 3 inches. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do for this one instead of the full 4 inches. But whatever size you make it, always go for a little bit bigger because you can always trim it down a little bit as you go. So actually, let's do 3.5 inches for my ring finger. So we're going to mark, let's see. All right. Actually, what I'll probably do for this part, since I have to do a little bit of measuring and cutting and turning around and all that kind of fun stuff, is I will super speed this part up. So there you go. You'll get to watch it super fast, and then we'll get on to the next part of the project. Okay, so once you have your ring size piece of paper measured out, or the piece of paper that you'll need for your ring measured out, then you can go ahead and cut that out. And as you can see, one piece of paper can make quite a few rings. So you can hold on to that for scrap paper or for making more rings for your friends or whatever you want to do. Okay. So I'm going to set everything else aside because all we need now, for the moment anyway, is the paper. So what you're going to do first is you're going to take this paper and fold it in half. And you want it to just kind of match up all along the way as much as possible. There we go. Then you're going to open it up. And this does take some really not intricate folding, but you are making some really small folds. So just keep that in mind and just be really careful with your folds. So then what we're going to do is we're going to take both edges and we're going to fold them into the center crease. So, like so on one side. And then the same thing on the other side. You don't really want them to overlap, but you want them to be even. Mine aren't exactly even. Okay, that should be all right. Okay. Then, you can see those are about the same size. I'm going to go ahead and kind of add some curve, and this keeps the paper from bending at weird angles when you start to put your ring together. Okay, so from here, what you would probably want to do is measure your piece of paper to kind of see, because like that's way too big, like that might fit on my thumb, to kind of see how much ring you actually need. Because ideally, you're going to bring these two pieces together and kind of interweave them. But these two pieces of paper will only go inside of each other so far before they stop and you can't get them any further in together. So you want to make sure that your ring's not just going to fall off your finger. Now, granted, this one's still a little loose, and if I move my hand around too much, it would probably eventually fall off. But let's see. So let's take this one off. There we go. And then you can kind of measure, and yeah, that's way too much for me, which I knew because I did it at 3.5 inches instead of just 3 inches. So we're going to trim off about 1/2 inch. And then you're just going to very carefully slide. If you can see the little paper gaps there and there, you're going to slide this piece of paper into those gaps. And this can be a little tricky, but eventually you'll get them in there. There we go. Okay. And like I said, it only will slide in there so far. And this is where tape comes in really handy. Because once you start getting ready to slide your ring onto your finger to see if it fits, and see that one's a little too tight, it's having a little bit of trouble on my finger. This will kind of give you an idea of whether or not you want to tape it. Can you see how it immediately fell right off again? So I definitely want some tape on my ring. So we're going to slide it back in there very carefully. Okay, and then I'm going to add just a little bit of tape. Ooh, that's too much tape. That's probably still too much tape. And then I'm going to put the tape over where they're connected, and then fold under, and then fold under again. I've got a little bit left over there. That's okay. Let me just trim that off if my scissors will let me. There we go. Okay. So once you've got your ring taped up, you can slide it onto your finger. And this one is actually a little big for me. And because it's metallic, it's actually slicker. And so it's a little bit looser on my finger too. But there you have it. You have your own super simple one ring. Obviously, it doesn't have the elvish on it, so I'm not going to be disappearing anytime soon. But it does look pretty cool. And of course, you can use any kind of origami paper and make any kind of ring you want to. With all kinds of cool designs and patterns. And if you just do plain white, like computer paper, then you can do all kinds of cool designs of your own before you seal your ring together. And then you have a ring that you've made yourself. And you can, wear one on every finger if you want to, or just on one finger. It's entirely up to you. So that's it. Like I said, super simple, super easy. We are done and good to go. I love this. I think it's really cool. If I thought they would stay on my fingers a little better, I'd probably wear these all the time. So let's see. What else do I need to remind you about before I sign off today? Let's see. Oh, our Peeps competition. You still have until next Friday, April 2nd. We close at 8 p.m. to pick up your Peeps kit. It's got some peeps, it's got some foam board, it's got the instructions for how to kind of build your own diorama. It should be lots of fun. We're super excited about this project. And then we're going to have everybody in the city voting on which ones we think are the best. So, and then we'll announce it, I want to say April 6th is when we're planning on announcing it. So you have to get all of your pictures and stuff into us. It may be all of your pictures and stuff in by April 6th, and then we announce it a few days later because that many people voting is going to take a little bit of time. Okay, I think that's everything. Don't forget to keep an eye out for the story time for this week, which I think has probably already aired at this point. There's lots of cool stuff going on in our craft kit for this week. Let's see, it's Respect Your Cat Day, and it's National Puppy Day. Oh, I lost my ring. And there's other stuff going on too. World Health Day, so all kinds of cool stuff. Sorry, not World Health Day. That's in April. But there are lots of cool things going on in the craft kit this week. So make sure you grab one of those before we close on Friday. And I think that's everything. Thank you so much for putting up with our interesting new format today. And I hope y'all enjoyed watching our cool little ring tutorial video. And I hope y'all have a good day.